It's a perfect summer evening. Warm breeze, golden light. You've got a cold drink in your hand and you're sitting outside, actually sitting outside, relaxed, comfortable, without a single mosquito landing on you. No citronella candles burning your eyes. No chemical sprays on your skin. No slapping your arms every 30 seconds. Just peace. And your garden doing the work for you. Sound too good to be true? It's not. Because today I'm going to show you 9 plants, approved and tested by gardeners across every climate, that mosquitoes genuinely cannot stand. Plants that repel them naturally through powerful compounds and oils that have been keeping people mosquito-free for centuries. And number 1 on this list? It shocked me when I tested it in my own backyard. It's not the plant most people would guess. It's ancient, it's beautiful, and it works so well that I put it in every single outdoor space I have. Stay all the way to the end. I've got a bonus tip that multiplies the power of every plant on this list by 10. Most people never think to do it, and it makes the difference between a yard that's slightly better and a yard that's genuinely mosquito-free. You won't want to miss it. Welcome to Nature Nest TV. So glad you found us today. This channel is all about creating beautiful, natural outdoor spaces that actually work for you, and keeping them healthy without reaching for chemicals every time something goes wrong. Hit subscribe right now and tap that bell. That way you'll never miss the natural gardening solutions and plant knowledge that can completely transform how you experience your outdoor space. Let's get into it. Number 9. Basil. Coming in at number 9, we have basil. Here's the thing about basil that most people don't know. It's not just one of the most delicious herbs in the kitchen. It's one of the most effective mosquito-repelling plants you can grow. The same volatile oils that make basil smell incredible to us, linalool, eugenol, and estragol, are genuinely offensive to mosquitoes. They avoid it actively. Here's the surprising fact. Basil is one of the few plants on this list that repels mosquitoes without any crushing, rubbing, or processing. The oils release passively into the air around the plant. Just by existing, it's creating a zone mosquitoes don't want to be in. Place pots near your seating area, and the effect is immediate. Planting basics: full sun, at least 6 to 8 hours. Rich, moist, well-drained soil. Space plants 12 inches apart. Zones 9 to 11 as a perennial. Grow as an annual everywhere else. Start from seed indoors 4 to 6 weeks before last frost, or buy transplants. Sweet basil, lemon basil, and cinnamon basil all have strong repellent properties. Care: water consistently at the base. Avoid wetting leaves. Pinch flower buds as they appear to keep the plant producing fresh aromatic leaves. Feed every 2 to 3 weeks with diluted balanced fertilizer. The more vigorously basil grows, the more oils it produces, and the more effective it is. Harvest window: continuously from 6 weeks after transplanting until first frost. Regular harvesting encourages bushier growth and more leaf production. Value angle: fresh basil at grocery stores runs $3 to $5 per tiny bunch, and it wilts within days. Your garden plant produces abundantly for months, repels mosquitoes all season, and costs almost nothing to maintain. Coming up, a flowering perennial so well proven as a mosquito repellent that it's been used in outdoor spaces for over 100 years, and it looks absolutely stunning doing it. Number 8. Marigold. Coming in at number 8, we have marigold. Marigolds are the most widely tested, most widely documented natural insect repellent plant in the gardening world. Decades of research confirm what gardeners have known for generations. The compound pyrethrum produced in marigold flowers is genuinely repellent to mosquitoes, aphids, whiteflies, and a range of other garden pests. It's not folk wisdom, it's chemistry. Here's what most people miss. The repellent effect of marigolds is strongest when the flowers are warm, when the sun hits them and volatilizes the oils into the surrounding air. Plant them where afternoon sun hits them directly, near your seating area, and the effect is most powerful right during peak outdoor time in the evening. Planting basics: full sun. This plant needs heat to activate its repellent compounds most effectively. Average to poor, well-drained soil, space 8 to 12 inches apart, zones 2 to 11 as a warm season annual. Direct sow after last frost or transplant starts in spring. French marigolds, Tagadas patula, and African marigolds, Tagates erecta, are both highly effective. French marigolds stay more compact for containers and borders. Care: water at the base. Deadhead spent flowers to encourage continuous blooming all season. No fertilizer needed. Too much nitrogen produces lush leaves and fewer flowers, which means fewer repellent compounds. Lean soil produces more flowers and stronger oils. Harvest window: blooms continuously from late spring until hard frost in most zones. 4 to 6 months of active mosquito repellency to 6 months of active mosquito repellency. Dry spent flowers for use in natural pest sprays and companion planting preparations. Value angle: a 6-pack of marigolds costs $3 to $5 at any garden center. That $5 investment provides months of natural mosquito repellency plus continuous color that makes your garden look intentional and vibrant. Up next, an herb that smells like heaven to us and like a nightmare to mosquitoes, and it's been used for exactly this purpose in tropical climates for thousands of years. Number 7. Lemongrass, Cymbopogon citratus. Coming in at number 7, we have lemongrass. Here's the thing about lemongrass that might surprise you. Citronella, the active compound in every mosquito-repelling candle, spray, and product on the market, comes from lemongrass. You've been buying the processed, diluted, chemically extracted version of what this plant produces naturally, at full strength, right in your own yard. Growing lemongrass is essentially growing the raw source of the most commercially popular mosquito repellent in the world, and it works dramatically better as a living plant than as a candle. The concentration of citronellal and geraniol in fresh lemongrass is significantly higher than what ends up in any candle after processing. Planting basics: full sun, rich, moist, well-drained soil. Plant in the ground or in large containers, 12-gallon minimum. Space clumps 3 to 5 feet apart. Zones 9 to 11 as a perennial outdoors year-round. In zones 5 to 8, grow in containers and bring indoors before first frost. It overwinters happily in a bright room or sunny window. Care: water consistently. Lemongrass likes moisture. Feed monthly with balanced fertilizer during the growing season. It grows fast in warm weather, reaching 3 to 5 feet tall, which means more leaf surface area, actively releasing citronella into the surrounding air. Harvest window: harvest stalks throughout the growing season for culinary use. Lemongrass is a major ingredient in Thai, Vietnamese, and Southeast Asian cooking. One established clump provides both mosquito repellency and a year's supply of culinary stalks. Value angle: fresh lemongrass stalks at Asian grocery stores run $2 to $4 per bundle. Your container or garden clump produces continuously all season, while simultaneously doing the work of a $15 citronella candle, for free, all summer. Coming up, a spreading, ground-covering herb that releases its most powerful repellent oils the moment anyone walks near it, making your whole yard actively protective. Number 6. Pennyroyal mint. Coming in at number 6, we have pennyroyal mint. Most people know peppermint, spearmint, maybe chocolate mint, but pennyroyal is the member of the mint family that has been used specifically as an insect repellent, particularly against mosquitoes and fleas, for centuries. Roman soldiers rubbed it on their skin. Medieval households strewed it on floors. And modern research has confirmed that its primary compound, pulegone, is genuinely effective at repelling a wide range of biting insects. Here's the counterintuitive part. Pennyroyal releases its most powerful repellent compounds when it's walked on or crushed. That means planting it between stepping stones, along pathways, or at the edges of seating areas creates a natural activation system. Every footstep releases a burst of repellent oils into the air right where people are moving and sitting. Planting basics: full sun to partial shade, moist, well-drained soil, space 12 inches apart. It spreads by runners, so contain it in garden beds with buried edging or grow in containers. Zones 5 to 9. It behaves like all mints. Contain it or it takes over, which in this case means spreading repellent coverage across a wider area. Care: water consistently. It doesn't like to dry out. Cut back after flowering to encourage fresh growth and maintain compact habit. Divide every 2 to 3 years to keep it vigorous. Important note: pennyroyal essential oil is very concentrated and should not be used directly on skin, especially during pregnancy. As a growing plant in the garden, it's safe and effective. Use it as a garden plant, not a topical application. Value angle. One small pennyroyal plant costs $3 to $5 at an herb nursery and spreads to cover several square feet within a single season, creating an expanding zone of natural mosquito repellency that grows larger every year. Hey, quick pause right here. If you're getting real, practical ideas from this video, do me a favor and smash that like button right now. It genuinely helps this reach more people who want to enjoy their outdoor spaces without chemicals and without mosquitoes ruining every summer evening. Drop a comment below. Tell me which of these plants you're adding to your yard first. Are you going with the classics or trying something new? I read every single comment and I want to hear your plan. Top 5 coming up. And these are the heavy hitters. The plants with the most documented, most powerful mosquito-repelling properties on this entire list. Number 5. Rosemary coming in at number 5, we have rosemary. You already know rosemary is one of the greatest culinary herbs in the garden. But here's what most people don't realize. Rosemary's powerful aromatic compounds, primarily camphor and 1,8-cineol, are significantly repellent to mosquitoes. The same oils that make rosemary smell incredible to us are deeply offensive to biting insects. Here's the additional fact most gardeners miss completely. Rosemary smoke is one of the most effective natural mosquito repellents in existence. Toss a few fresh rosemary sprigs onto hot coals or a fire pit, and the smoke creates a mosquito-free bubble around your entire outdoor seating area. It smells extraordinary, and it works. Planting basics. Full sun, 8+ hours minimum. Fast-draining, gritty soil, zones 7 to 11 outdoors year-round. In zones 4 to 6, grow in containers and bring indoors before hard frost. A cool, bright room is all it needs. Terracotta containers work best because they drain faster. Care. Water only when completely dry. Never let it sit in wet soil. Light pruning after spring flowering. No fertilizer beyond a little compost in spring. Rosemary essentially cares for itself once established. Harvest window, year-round in mild climates. Snip stems regularly for cooking, and keep a bundle near your outdoor seating to toss on the grill or fire pit when mosquitoes become a problem in the evening. Value angle. One container rosemary plant gives you year-round fresh herbs, continuous mosquito repellency in the garden, and on-demand fire pit smoke therapy. All from a plant that costs $4 to $6 at any garden center and lasts 15 years with minimal care. Coming up, a flowering perennial that most gardeners grow purely for its beauty, not knowing it's one of the most effective documented mosquito repellents in the plant world. Number 4. Catnip, Nepeta cataria. Coming in at number 4, we have catnip. Here's the fact that genuinely surprises people. Catnip has been shown in multiple university studies to be more effective at repelling mosquitoes than DT, the synthetic chemical in most commercial repellent sprays. More effective than DET. The active compound is nepetalactone, the same thing that makes cats go wild. Mosquitoes find it intensely repellent. And as a garden plant, catnip releases this compound passively into the surrounding air, creating a natural repellent zone around wherever it's planted. Here's the counterintuitive thing. The dried or crushed leaves are the most potent form. Rub a few fresh catnip leaves between your palms and apply to exposed skin. It works as a direct topical repellent, completely natural, with no synthetic chemicals whatsoever. Planting basics. Full sun to partial shade. Average to lean, well-drained soil. Space 18 to 24 inches apart. It spreads. Zones 3 to 9 as a hardy perennial. It grows vigorously and spreads by seed and runners. Plant where it has room or contain it in large pots. Care. Water during establishment. Drought tolerant once rooted. Cut back by half after first bloom flush for a second wave of flowers. Divide every 2 to 3 years to maintain vigor and multiply your repellent coverage for free. Harvest window. Harvest leaves throughout the growing season. Dry and store. Dried catnip retains its nepetalactone content and remains effective as a natural repellent preparation for months. Value angle. Natural DEET alternative repellent sprays cost $8 to $15 per bottle. Your catnip patch produces the raw material for homemade repellent preparations all season long and comes back bigger every year at zero cost, almost at the top. The next 2 plants are the most powerful, most well-documented natural mosquito repellents you can grow. And number 1 delivers in a way that will genuinely change your summer. Number 3, lavender. Coming in at number 3, we have lavender. Lavender is one of the most beloved garden plants in the world, and it turns out one of the most effective natural mosquito deterrents available. The compound linalool, which gives lavender its unmistakable fragrance, is intensely repellent to mosquitoes, moths, flies, and fleas. It's used as the active ingredient in multiple commercial natural insect repellent products. Here's what makes lavender special on this list. It works on multiple levels simultaneously. As a living plant, it releases linalool passively into the surrounding air. Dried bundles placed near doorways and windows repel insects from entering the house. And crushed fresh flowers rubbed on exposed skin work as a direct topical repellent, one that smells extraordinary rather than chemical. Planting basics: full sun all day, fast draining, lean, slightly alkaline soil, zones 5 to 9 outdoors year-round. In zones 3 to 4, grow in containers and bring indoors before hard frost. Hidcote and Homestead are the most compact, most fragrant, and most cold-hardy varieties. Space plants 18 to 24 inches apart in the ground for good airflow. Care: water only when dry. Lavender hates wet roots more than almost any plant. Trim stems by 1/3 after the main bloom flush. Never cut into old woody growth. Feed lightly in spring only. Essentially self-sufficient once established. Harvest window: late spring through midsummer. Harvest stems just before flowers fully open. Walnutsticien. This is when linalool concentration is highest, both for fragrance and repellent effectiveness. Dry in bundles for year-round use indoors and out. Value angle: natural lavender-based insect repellent products cost $10 to $20 per bottle. Dried lavender bundles sell for $8 to $15 at farmers markets. Your garden plant produces both raw materials every summer while being one of the most beautiful things growing in your yard. One plant left, and this one, I promise, is the most powerful, most surprising, most effective mosquito repellent plant on this entire list. The one I planted in my own backyard and genuinely could not believe the difference it made. Number 2, lemon balm. Coming in at number 2, we have lemon balm. Lemon balm produces citronellal, the same core compound as lemongrass and citronella candles, in its leaves. And here's the key difference from other plants on this list. Lemon balm releases this compound at the highest concentration when its leaves are bruised or rubbed, which means crushing a handful of fresh lemon balm leaves and rubbing them on exposed arms and legs creates one of the most effective, completely natural, beautiful-smelling topical mosquito repellents available. Here's the sensory experience. Fresh lemon balm leaves rubbed between your palms smell like the purest, freshest lemon you've ever encountered. Not synthetic, not chemical, clean, bright, citrusy. And mosquitoes find it deeply offensive. Planting basics: partial to full sun, moist, well-drained soil, space 18 to 24 inches apart. It spreads aggressively, so contain with buried edging or grow in large pots. Zones 3 to 7 as a hardy perennial. Cut back hard in fall, and it returns reliably every spring. Care: water moderately. Cut back mid-season to prevent legginess and encourage a flush of fresh, high oil content young leaves. In containers, the pot controls its aggressive spreading, which makes this actually ideal container behavior. Harvest window: spring through fall. Continuous leaf harvest all season. Young leaves before flowering have the highest citronellal content and the strongest repellent effect. Dry excess for use in homemade repellent sprays and sachets. Value angle: natural citronella-based repellent products cost $8 to $20. Lemon balm is essentially the homegrown source of that same compound. Free, renewable, and far more pleasant to use than anything from a spray bottle. And now, number 1. The plant I said would surprise you. The ancient, stunning, deeply powerful mosquito repellent that most gardeners have growing nearby without ever realizing what it can do. Number 1. Holy basil, Tulsi. Coming in at number 1, the most powerful, most surprising, most beautifully effective mosquito-repelling plant you can grow. We have holy basil, also known as Tulsi. Here's why holy basil earns the top spot above everything else on this list. multiple peer-reviewed studies have tested Tulsi's mosquito-repelling effectiveness, and the results are remarkable. A 2011 study published in the journal Parasitology Research found that Tulsi essential oil provided up to 100% protection against certain mosquito species for several hours. The active compounds eugenol, beta-caryophyllene, and linalool work together in a combination that's more potent than most single-compound commercial repellents. But here's what makes it extraordinary beyond the science. Holy basil is one of the most beautiful, most fragrant, most spiritually significant plants in the world. In Ayurvedic tradition, Tulsi has been grown near homes for thousands of years, in courtyards, near doorways, in garden beds, specifically to purify the air and protect the household. The mosquito-repelling effect has been observed and utilized across South and Southeast Asia for millennia. This isn't new knowledge. It's ancient wisdom that modern science is now confirming. The fragrance is unlike any other basil. Clove-like, spicy, warm, and complex, with an almost sacred quality that regular sweet basil doesn't have. It fills the air around it when the sun is warm. It's the smell of a traditional Indian home garden, and mosquitoes want nothing to do with it. Here's the sensory truth. Standing near a mature holy basil plant on a warm evening, the fragrance wrapping around you, knowing that fragrance is actively protecting you. It's one of the most satisfying experiences a garden can give you. Planting basics, full sun. Tulsi is a heat lover that performs best in warm, sunny conditions. Rich, well-drained soil with good organic matter. Space 18 inches apart. Zones 10 to 11 as a perennial outdoors. Grow as an annual or container plant everywhere else. Start indoors 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. Vana Tulsi, Kapoor Tulsi, and Krishna Tulsi all have strong repellent properties. Kapoor Tulsi is the most widely available and most potent. Care. Water regularly at the base. Pinch flower buds as they appear to keep the plant producing fresh, oil-rich leaves. This is the single most important care step for maximizing repellent effectiveness. Feed every 2 to 3 weeks with balanced fertilizer. The more vigorously the plant grows, the more essential oils it produces, and the more effective it becomes. Harvest window. Harvest leaves throughout the growing season, continuously from 6 weeks after transplanting until first frost. Regular harvesting keeps the plant bushy, prevents flowering, and maintains maximum oil production. Use fresh leaves in cooking, dry them for tea, and keep a living plant in every outdoor seating area for passive, continuous protection. Value angle. Natural Tulsi-based mosquito repellent products are sold at specialty wellness stores for $15 to $25. Tulsi tea sells for $12 to $18 per box. Your garden plant provides both the repellent function and the culinary medicinal herb simultaneously for an entire season, from a $3 to $5 transplant that you can grow yourself from seed for almost nothing. This is the plant that's been protecting homes and families for thousands of years. And once you have it growing in your yard, you'll wonder how you ever spent a summer without it. Bonus tip. The placement strategy that multiplies everything before we close. Here's the bonus tip I promised. And this is the difference between having mosquito-repelling plants and actually living in a mosquito-free outdoor space. Most people plant mosquito-repelling plants randomly throughout the garden. A marigold here, a lavender there, some basil by the kitchen door, and then they're disappointed that mosquitoes are still bothering them at the outdoor table. Here's the secret experienced gardeners know. Placement is everything, and the key is clustering repellent plants in a strategic perimeter around your seating zone. Mosquitoes navigate primarily by scent and CO2. They detect you, your breath, your body heat, your skin, from a distance and move toward the source. When you surround your seating area with a dense concentration of repellent plants, you create an aromatic barrier that disrupts their navigation and makes your immediate environment genuinely unappealing to them. The science. Repellent compounds from plants work at close range by overwhelming the sensory receptors mosquitoes use to locate hosts. A single plant provides limited coverage, but when you cluster 5 to 7 repellent plants in containers around a seating area, within 3 to 4 feet on multiple sides, the combined volatile compound output creates a zone that mosquitoes avoid rather than navigate through. The practical setup takes one afternoon. Group your containers: Tulsi, lemon balm, lavender, marigolds, lemongrass, aniraceae, in clusters of 3 to 5 pots around the perimeter of your outdoor seating area. Place the tallest plants upwind. Keep catnip and lemon balm accessible so you can crush a leaf and apply it to skin quickly when you first sit down. Then, and this is the detail most people skip, gently brush or crush a few leaves on each plant as you settle in for the evening. That physical activation releases the highest concentration of repellent oils right at the moment you want maximum protection. This combination of strategic placement and physical activation turns a collection of nice-smelling plants into a functioning, effective outdoor mosquito defense system. And it costs you nothing beyond the plants you've already decided to grow. So there you have it. 9 plants, approved and tested, that mosquitoes genuinely cannot stand. From the familiar power of marigolds and lavender to the ancient, extraordinary effectiveness of holy basil that's been protecting homes for thousands of years. Every plant on this list is beautiful, useful, and completely natural. No chemicals, no candles burning your eyes, no sprays on your skin. Just your garden doing what gardens have always done, protecting the people who tend them. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 9 are you planting first? Are you going straight for the Tulsi after hearing what it can do? Building a full perimeter cluster around your patio? Or just starting simple with a pot of basil by the back door? Drop it in the comments right now. I want to know your plan. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the moment. Hit that button, tap the bell, and join a community of natural gardeners who are building outdoor spaces that are as functional as they are beautiful. Thank you so much for being here today. It really means everything. Now get out there and grow something amazing. I'll see you in the next one.